Hello, this is another episode of Unisharks podcast. This is your host today, Mako Shark, joined by my co-hosts.
Oh, yeah. Hammerhead here.
Lemon here.
I almost forgot my name.
Thank you for joining me again. So, we're going to jump right into the meme of the week because we were just laughing at it. We'll have to, you have to see it to do it full justice, but the idea is a guy is just enjoying his chicken nuggets on top of a skyscraper balcony. And he looks out across the city with all the twinkling lights, and then suddenly his chicken nugget box gets grabbed by the wind and goes flying off the balcony. He just goes, no!
and the caption's like, that's the most disheartened no I've ever heard, or something like that.
I thought they were gonna superimpose the Darth Vader no over the actual one was better.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, chicken nuggies.
I'm just wondering what happened to it, if it landed on someone or something.
Or if a bird scooped him out of the sky.
That I could see that, yeah.
Is that cannibalism then? I guess it's a different species, technically.
Yeah, I guess it's like if we're eating monkeys.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I mean, chickens do eat chicken. What?
Yeah. I've seen the videos where the chicken do eat chicken. It's pretty intense.
Yeah. Or pigs eat pig and stuff like that.
Oh, pigs will eat anything if you leave it there long enough.
Yeah.
It's one of the best and worst things about them. Like Zifrank said, there's a billion of them, and no one wants to talk about it.
Zifrank.
True facts.
Oh, yes.
So, but yeah, we'll post it here so you guys can enjoy it like we enjoyed. So, moving on to topics. Ours are all pretty simple, pretty light today, which I think we could all use given recent events. A lot of heavy stuff in the news lately. So, mine is very simple. Halo. Infinite comes out. Well, it's this first-person shooter. No. Yeah, so Halo Infinite comes out officially in December, mid to early December. So, and now that they've fixed the graphics and Craig is unfortunately gone, it's starting to get some hype. Everyone's starting to get excited for it. But at the same time, they also announced that couch co-op and other shit is not going to be part of the base game at launch.
Wait. Couch co-op and what?
Some other feature. It's I think it was some weird experience progression thing that they're adding in, or I don't know, some missing feature that's normal. It's been a standard part of the games.
Oh, I think the level up system.
Yeah. So apparently they're not going to have that in the game at launch. So some people, according to a poll I saw, the majority of people want it to be delayed. But at the same time, there's probably enough good stuff in the game to tide us over until they add it in. But then we're also kind of okaying that whole, we'll put the game out now and fix it later mentality that a lot of studios have been having the past 5 years. So, but regardless, I'm excited, and I don't know, just what do you guys think?
So, yeah, go on.
Oh. Yeah, I was it sounds exciting. I haven't really looked anything into it, and I'm not a huge Halo fan like you two, but yeah, sure, it'll be fun to see what happens.
Well, are you talking about the company mentality of just releasing games partially, or are you thinking more just Halo there, Mako?
I was thinking more just Halo, but I think we could talk about that for a bit because, in the case of the Master Chief Collection of Halo Infinite, it sounds like it'll have enough content that it'll be worth buying the base game. Yeah. And then just waiting until they add stuff. It's not going to be like Battlefield 5 where, the entire single player campaign wasn't even in the game at launch, and they added it over the next few months.
Yeah. Well, okay. So my question with that is because I haven't really looked up too much on it. Do you know, is like the multiplayer and stuff cost extra?
Oh no, the multiplayer is actually going to be free for everybody. Like even if you don't even buy the game, you can still play the multiplayer for free.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So with Halo, I'm actually okay with it. Okay, more with first person shooters. I prefer them putting out the campaign first
Yeah,
because for me, I am a Halo fan, as Lemon mentioned. Um, and I obviously started playing Halo for the campaign originally, and then the multiplayer was a huge add-on. I put in so much more time in multiplayer, um, if you add up all the times, um, but I still enjoy the campaign. And I felt like there's a huge trend in just in the first-person shooter genre for people to buy the game and ignore the multiplayer.
yeah.
Sorry. Flipping that. Ignore the campaign. They would. Um, I remember checking on some people on Halo Reach. This is obviously 10 years ago. Oh goodness. Um, and there was people with. Oh, sorry. There was people with like thousands of hours in the multiplayer because they're like the highest rank. And I checked their campaign score, and like they didn't even beat it on normal.
Friggin' normies.
And I was like, I don't know, the multiplayer is fun and everything, but I don't feel like you have that much of a connection with any of the characters of the game. I mean, you're not playing as George and all of them in the multiplayer for Halo Reach, for example, but for the franchise, I don't feel like you're not showing it its love that it's due without playing the campaign. That's more
Yeah,
my personal opinion, but I like that they're doing multiplayer free for everyone, though. That because I know they know that people love it, but I feel like they're going to probably put some transactions into it because it's free. But that's just my opinion.
yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully just cosmetics or something like that. Well, no, because there'd be riots if it was turned into a big pay-to-win situation.
Yeah, but they've done map packs and they've been doing that since Halo 2.
Ah,
So they'll probably just do that again at the very least.
hmm. Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out. I'm a little cautiously optimistic about the campaign and the story. Like, I'm thinking it'll be fun to play either way, but it's a little distracting if the story sucks.
Yeah. Well, I feel like 343 learned their lesson with Halo 5. There was a
Yeah.
pretty big backlash with that story. Um, I didn't really care for it. I did like the scenes with Master Chief just beating down the, the the hunter of um not chiefs, Spartans.
Oh, Spartan
Uh
Lock?
yeah, like he was like the Spartan hunter to take down Spartans that are left and everything. I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
sure, get over yourself.
There are people that I've seen edits where they take that whole fight sequence and just trim it down to Master Chief beating the crap out of him. And they're like, this is how it should have gone.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I actually kind of liked the four-person team things that they did with the story. It just could have been written a bit better.
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't played through Halo 5, actually.
Oh, well,
But
you can just watch it playthrough.
yeah, that's true. So, but I do like that the main enemies are going to be the Banished from Halo Wars, because I'm hoping it'll tie into how Halo Wars 2 ended, because that ended on a freaking cliffhanger, and now I'm waiting to know what happened with that. So, and yeah, it kind of brings it back to the old Covenant action. You know, I know a lot of people were looking forward to that. Hopefully the Flood don't pop up at some point.
Yeah, Yeah, they're supposed to be done with. I think the Banished will give them enough content.
Yeah.
Because they don't really explain too much about the brutes. Well, they don't explain that much about any of the alien races in the games. You have to read the books for those. But I don't know. But just thinking on the games, I guess. What do you think, Lemon? Not just Halo, but the other concept that we're thinking about.
I think it's kind of a slippery slope. I think with some games it works, like releasing it, because I feel like it's kind of with early access it works sometimes, where like you release like a beta version and like lay that on, but it's also at the same time though, so you want to buy when you buy a game, you expect it to work. Kind of with Cyberpunk, the backlash they got from that.
Oh yeah.
But also, kind of DLC is kind of that way too. Like they release the base game and they want to do extra things to add to the game, so they add DLC. And it makes
True.
sense because game development's really expensive and really tedious and hard, so it makes sense they want to. It's expensive to do that, so at the same time, like game companies can get greedy and abuse it too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a few indie games like Shovel Knight and Hollow Knight, and more recently Streets of Rage 4. Like they end up doing really well, and the developers just put out a crap ton of DLC as kind of a thank you. The DLC is expensive, maybe anywhere from $5 to $20. So like Hollow Knight, I spent $20, I got a pack for all the DLCs, only to find out that each DLC is like a brand new game. I was like, holy, this is insane! Like the amount of value you get for this. And then Streets of Rage 4, they added, new characters and a new survival mode, a new like weapon technique for your character to use, and it was all for like $10, maybe 15. It's actually really well done and really fun. So I'm like, yeah, for that kind of college stuff, I'd be willing to pay for it. But it's like stuff that should have been in the game from the beginning, it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my deal with DLC, I guess we're talking about that. Is like, what is the DLC adding on? Because there's good DLC and bad DLC, obviously. Price ranges or just what it's about. And I would say like good DLC, for example, are the ones that you mentioned, and then bad DLC would be like the extra ending for Mass Effect 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're doing the DLC to fix something. Or just kind of like, well, that's actually here, but the true ending, if you want to know what's going to happen and understand what's happening next in the next game, you have to play this DLC. But I prefer DLC, whereas like if they add new missions and stuff, maybe there's some lore added to it, but it's not something story changing or dependent.
Yeah. And then I feel like there's another category where it's kind of like DLC, where it feels more like the developers are testing new things more than anything. Because like with Phoenix, I played through all the DLC for that, Immortals Phoenix Rising, and the first one was entirely puzzle focused, and you get some new abilities for it, so that was fun. I could see where they were going with it. The second one was where they basically did a mini version of the main game, but they reskinned everything to be Chinese, like mythology, and they added some new effects. So I was like, okay, this is cool. They're kind of putting out a feel for like, would people like another game based on new mythology, stuff like that. And the third one was like an entirely experimental thing where they went for a Diablo style gameplay.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the third one you play as a new hero. It continues a story sort of from Phoenix, but it's from the camera is top down, and you have a whole bunch of enemies that spawn to fight them using these abilities, and you customize your character with different perks and strengths and effects, and yeah, it was the most unique, but then it got kind of some praise, some backlash because some people thought it was great that they were trying new things. Other people were like, I wanted more of the game, like the base game. That's what I wanted. But I think those people, for me, like at first it was really frustrating because it was so difficult. But once I figured out what they were going for and how to do it, it actually became really fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to please the fan base because different people want different things.
Yeah. But like it was just cool that they were trying to experiment and try out kind of new things with the DLC.
Right. It's a good experiment though. For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got. Okay. Well, if that's all for that topic, then I think we can move on to the next one. Hammerhead, you had one for us.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay, that's fine. So by fate, me and Lemon, we have similar topics. Okay, sorry. So mine is kind of modern. Like I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, my topic is about meme culture, I guess, and I wanted to ask you guys about what are some of your current phrases that are pretty popular in the meme culture right now that are kind of annoying to you. Like for examples, like what's the dog doing? Um, one that's kind of growing right now is Nabro. He's tweaking. There is like I for gore or he for gore or whatever. Those type of things, or like past ones, I guess you can include. Oh, do you know the way?
Oh.
Phrases that people are using that you think should stop.
I actually miss Do You Know the Way? Those were good times. Let's
Before
see.
the world fell apart.
Yeah.
I can't think of a specific phrase, but for a meme in particular, I really hated was this orange triangle that would do some like weird dance.
Oh yes.
Like,
Oh.
Like the Dorito.
Yeah, like the song going along with is like something lose control. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I don't
was
know,
weird.
that triggered me. That would trigger me. Well, I guess I
Yeah.
have another one that. Or go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I have another one that I kind of love but hate it at the same time. It's the stonks one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I liked it, but at the same time, I kind of hated it because I don't know what it was, but like on Pinterest or like this, I go down this like meme rabbit hole with those type of memes. They just get weirder and weirder each way I went down. There's like a whole subculture with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my
Oh man.
2 cents.
Did you not like the one I made for you like 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, the haircut one.
What was it? The Berber. There you go.
Berber, yeah, that was good.
But that's one of the meme was so funny.
Well, that's why I say I love it, but I hate it at the same time, you know?
Yeah. Is that at? Oh well. How about you, Mako?
I'm trying to think. I have a pretty broad sense of humor, so there's not a whole lot of memes I don't like.
Well, I guess you haven't. I don't know how up to date you are on some of the phrases and stuff, because I know you've been probably the busiest out of all of us right now.
Yeah, especially this past week and these upcoming months. Gosh. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm taking a certification course and working at the same time, so it's a little busy right now. But there are a few. You know those ones where it's like cartoon girls versus cartoon boys? Something like maybe this one girl with blonde hair and this other girl with black hair, and then below them would
Those
be
ones, the kind of a chatty
yeah.
memes.
Oh, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. The one that PewDiePie hated.
Really?
I like
I
the
don't know.
vast
He had a lot of them on his page, on his videos.
All right, I thought I didn't like it because one of them looked like him.
Yeah. That was
Wait,
just the
who?
one instance though. That was pretty funny.
Wait, who?
Someone made like the guy faces, and they're all like muscular and everything.
Oh,
They made one look like PewDiePie. Yeah, that's pretty
no.
funny. And he's like, I hate this. But there's also the ones where it's like the crying face with the mask on over his face, or vice
Oh
versa.
yeah, yeah. I don't
That
like
was
Those
pretty
those
those
funny.
type
ones.
of ones.
Those ones are ugly.
Oh, you don't like them?
Yeah. I mean, the one I was talking about earlier with like the two girls, then below them the two guys, and the guy's blonde with a beard. It's usually comparing the two. Like the vast majority of those are funny, but every now and then there's a really cringy, annoying one. Oh, there was one. I keep going back and forth between loving it and hating it, but it shows like this anime girl saying, "Babe, please shave," and she's like sobbing hysterically. It's a picture of the guy, the cartoon guy, and he's got like this patchy beard. He's like, beard's coming in nicely. I don't know why, but it's funny. But sometimes I think about it, and I'm like, it's so stupid. But then I think it's funny again. I
Yeah. I see.
think it's just the way I picture him saying it.
Okay.
The only phrase I think of that I hate is when someone says, "Oh, I'm going to sit back and grab some popcorn." Like they're talking about something controversial. Young people,
Oh.
I
Oh
hate that.
yeah.
It's such a stupid phrase. Like I don't know. It just annoys me.
Okay. I see. Now, I guess for me, the reason why I was thinking of it is because the past week, the phrase "he be tweaking" though, or "doe" or "doe," I can't remember the exact phrase. Uh, has gotten really popular, at least on Instagram, and there's just dozens of comments of it on a lot of popular posts. That's all that people say.
Really?
What was
Yeah,
the phrase?
he be tweaking though. Um,
Huh.
I think some of them are actually bots. Let me check. What's that? Okay. Yeah, it's nah. He be tweaking. Um,
What's tweaking means like twerking or?
I don't know. Oh, it's because I'm sorry if I butcher his name. Little Nas.
Oh, Lil Nas or?
Yeah.
Oh.
He commented that, I guess, on Tony Hawk's uh little okay, it says this is on the insider. Nah, he tweaking. Little Nas's ex Tony Hawk's diss becomes viral meme. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess people were saying a bunch of bots were doing it as well. And it's just all over. And so I guess when a phrase ends up like that, just kind of redundant, it just bothers me like no other. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
sus.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
he for gore, or like what a simp, or just simp in general.
Simp kind of bothers me sometimes because I'm like, people, there's a difference between flirting and simping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
simping, you like just give him your credit card without thinking.
I feel
Right.
like, once again, the annoying, dumb little children of America and Europe have taken it and misunderstood it. And now it's like, if you flirt with a girl, some squeaker is going to go simp because they think it's funny.
Yeah, and then like Among Us is never gonna die for a while, not until
Yeah.
some other viral thing comes out. Um,
The nice thing about Among Us, though, is you don't have to listen to them talk.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
That is true.
It's not like Fortnite where I have to immediately mute everyone or else I start. I remember I was playing it on my Switch years ago, I think 2 years ago. Some kid got on the comm and said, "Why do you have a Switch?" I was like, "What kind of question is that?" So I was like, get out of here. Just muted. Why do
Oh
you
yeah,
have a
because it was cross play, wasn't it?
Yeah. The sad
Why
thing
do you
is
have a
like,
Switch?
I don't know. Why do you have why do you have a phone? Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just I notice little kids tend to make little kid gamers tend to ruin anything.
Yeah, and I mean, most of it is not their fault. Um, I think it's their just that mentality that they have that they want to do what everyone else is doing, and all of them want to do it, and that's the problem right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're just playing it because they enjoy it, fine. If they're like the annoying douchey ones that yell out insults because you can't, find them, that's when it gets annoying.
Yeah, it just reminded me of the time I was at um, Wendy's. Thank you. And this family comes in. It's just the parents and the son. He's like a teenager, pretty older though. I think he's 17 or something like that. And he carried his Switch in with him. And there's these two kids on the table next to me, and they see him walk in with the Switch, and like, that guy has a Switch.
Oh,
Like, you don't have to like tell everyone in the whole place that he has a Switch. And the guy like hid it into his pocket and everything. I was like, that poor dude probably just wants the game. But
yeah, that's kind of adorable at least.
yeah, a little bit. I was like, the guy that had the Switch he felt very awkward. I could tell, but
Oh, yeah. It kind of reminds me
but
of.
uh,
Sorry. The last time I was in an airport, it was with my sister, and we decided to play Monster Hunter Rise together. So that was the whole reason we brought him, so we could make some progress on that. And as soon as we pulled him out, my nieces and nephews gathered around us and were like, "We should play are we going to play Super Smash Brothers or stuff like that?" And we were like, "Guys, we don't have a problem playing Super Smash Brothers with you, but right now we already made plans to play this, so no." And then their parents looked at each other, gave each other this look, like this knowing look, and that irritated me because I'm like, it's our Switches. It's our right to decide what we do with them. Like,
yeah.
nah, don't try and guilt trip me over this, man.
Yeah, I actually had a similar experience with this as well. My 6-year-old niece was visiting, and I was playing on my laptop and stuff, and then uh, I'd get up, and this is a few days after she's visiting us, so she's more comfortable, and then she's just putting on my headset and kind of plugging it into my laptop and everything while I'm like doing stuff,
Oh,
and it bugged me. And I said, I told her, it's like, hey, don't play with my electronics without my permission and everything. And my brother kind of teased me for it. I'm like, why you tease me for it? Like, I don't want people to mess with my expensive toys.
yeah, like my brother and my sister and brother-in-law do the same thing. Like, we'll yell at the kids to get out of some expensive electronic thing, and they're like, "It's okay if they mess with it," or "Why are you yelling at my kid?" And it's like, well, because you're not doing it, so I'm doing your job for you.
Yeah.
It's like, unless you want to pay $300 to replace this, I don't think you want him playing with it.
Yeah. Yeah, like the other time with her, now I'm just complaining about my nieces. Okay.
We've gone down a dark hole.
Sorry. I love my nieces.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just their kids. But she took it out of the holder and she drops it.
Oh, God.
It's like a hardwood floor, it wasn't like
Oh,
soft carpet or
no.
anything. I'm like, it's like I knew she was going to do something uh, if she got her hands on it. And like, yeah, I could have put it in a high space, but where I was visiting somewhere, I put it behind a couch so she wouldn't get it. It's like I did what I could in the situation I'm in, essentially.
Yeah.
Now I just have my toys on the top shelf, and they can't reach it, which is fine. But anyways, I'm done with that. But that was my topic. You want to play about your nieces and nephews there, Lemon?
I think I'm good for now.
Yeah.
I haven't had a game in a while, so where are my oldest nephews? He seems like he's going to be. He's like 8 years old, but he looks like a teenager, or he's acting like a teenager already. He'd be like really
Oh, no.
smart. Like, oh great, how are you gonna be when he actually hits puberty? You know.
Yeah. Okay. Really fast before I guess I finish my section. Would you guys say that dogs are like children?
Yeah.
Yeah, but less annoying.
Yeah. And now cats, though, I say that they think like children, but they have the attitudes of teenagers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the cat.
Yeah,
that's
Some
more
dogs
true.
are very
likely than a
bratty.
dog.
Yeah, definitely. Some very bratty cats out there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Some punk cats.
I love it how we just like know all the breeds of dog, and when it comes to cats, it's like cat is cat,
Right.
unless they're hairless and Siamese and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just, you know the the Mr. Incredible meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Cat is cat. You should put that on your meme page.
Maybe once I get back onto it this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think our next topic belongs to Lemon.
So it's my topic is actually very similar to Hammerhead. So I was thinking, like, let's talk about what's our favorite phase or meme phase or trend. I guess would be a better word for it. What's your favorite meme trend that you miss? I guess
Oh,
I can go first.
man.
So I
Yeah,
really
go
like
ahead.
the Tom and Jerry one, where like they drew Jerry like looking like really distort like really little.
Wait, which
Concerned
one?
Tom.
Or
Oh, like
which one's the cat? Is
Tom?
it Tom or yeah Tom? Yeah, where Tom's like concerned or like very
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, those were so good.
I can't remember that one right now. Is it like when he's on like the train tracks or something? Or
No, he's like someone redrew him and he like he's like looking over like really concerned. Yeah, let me find a picture of it real quick.
yeah, I might recognize it when I see it.
Yeah, it was like a staple for a good 2 years. Just stuff like
Oh, like is he on like the couch seat?
no, it's
No,
like
it's not actually
centered
him.
on
It's
his
like
face, and it says some caption like
Yeah, you'll just have to send it. Oh no, gosh
yeah.
dang it. Oh yeah. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
stuff like oh, what was it when I do a beatdown at a paintball match? Everybody be like,
Yeah.
There's so much you can do with it. But another trend I really missed too is the Among Us hype. I really, well, I guess it wasn't really meme in particular, but I really liked the fan comics or fan art.
yeah,
Where people
Oh
like make.
yeah.
I thought that was like
yeah.
really cool. Like, the fan art, like in the comic, especially like the comics, where like it's like, no, Dad, don't leave me. It's like it's okay, kid, you can do it. And like it's like all emotional and whatnot. It's like
Oh, it's like it's just a goofy kid, not a kids game, but it's just a goofy mobile game.
Yeah.
right.
I also enjoyed the ones where they make him like human.
Oh yeah.
Or did they just look like astronauts essentially and just have the round spherical helmet? Those are
Oh
pretty fun
yeah,
as well.
I remember someone made an animation where this guy's fixing the wiring, and all of a sudden the imposter comes out of the vent. They just look at each other. Starts playing the can, and he's like sprinting down the hallway. The imposter chasing him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was so much fun actually. Was that 2019? Or was that
That was
beginning?
last year.
That
it
was
was
just
this last
2020.
year.
Oh gosh, man.
Yeah, it was also beginning of 2021 too because we played it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, with that one guy that roomed with us for a bit. Yeah, we played with him.
I remember. Um,
Among Us was great.
yeah.
now that was
It
pretty
was like
fun.
yeah, like it didn't. Like I was saying earlier, it didn't get ruined like a lot of other
Yeah.
hyped up games did. It just stayed fun, and like then the community actually took care of it instead of letting a bunch of annoying little twerp, toxic players ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
there
never
were
really got tired of
phases.
it. But
Oh yeah, no, it's true. People don't get tired of it.
Yeah,
There were phases though where people would kind of like team up on others, and then there's the quitting phase where if you weren't the imposter, people just quit and kind of ruined it for others. But overall, it wasn't bad.
I played with one of our groups of friends. This was like Robbie and Christian and all of them. And they just spontaneously decided to vote pink out every single round for no reason. Like, they'd be like, well, what the F? I didn't do anything. It's just, there was enough of us. There was a
racism.
So,
yeah.
It was funny. I felt terrible.
Right.
It's so terrible.
No. It is kind of funny, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, sorry, bro, you're just pink. It's
You just gotta go there, man.
Well, you got to make it a pink thing.
Did they? Did they get the imposter on their first try sometimes?
I don't think they did. That would have been amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess for mine, it's really hard because I also can't remember a lot of memes. Like Bongo Cat was really fun for like 2 weeks. I guess I really enjoyed all the Isabel and Doom Guy.
Oh yeah,
That was really fun.
Yeah, because you love both those games, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Or at least I enjoyed the Animal Crossing franchise. Because I technically only played 2 games. I own 3, but the 2 games, those are really fun. Excuse you. But just that contrast just made it beautiful.
Oh yeah. And the fact that it was the Doom community that started it.
Yes. It's a little sad that Nintendo didn't really do much to it, but still, Nintendo doesn't do that.
Yeah, like I think there was one time they kind of quietly acknowledged it, but most of it was just the Doom Twitter account.
Yeah. That was so much fun. But another one would probably be just all of 2018.
Yeah, 2018 was a good year for memes.
Yeah, I think, wasn't that the year to raid Area 51 or when it was hyping up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Do You Know the Way started too.
Yeah, this VR chat in general. Yeah. It was 2019, but I think it started in 2018. It was just a huge hype.
Yeah.
Like VR chat. I think the ASDF guy put out a new video. What's another thing? 2018 thing that came out. I had a couple of them. I can't remember now. But that. Oh yeah. What was that one Netflix original show that we watched there, Mako, with the Toblerone?
Oh.
The guy with the pink hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Neo Yokio. Yeah. Like that was that year. It was a funny year.
Yeah. Such a
guys
dumb
met
show.
me.
Oh yeah, that too.
What?
And our lives have been better ever since.
You said 2018 was like such a good year for memes and like such a good year in general. I'm like, that's the year you met me.
Oh.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah, sure. We also had some pretty good roommates. Well, of course, dishes were a pain, but that's kind of a given.
Yeah, freaking got married and moved out.
Oh yeah, some of them did. Yeah.
One of them got high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hotbox his car. So that might be normal for a lot of schools, but we are a religious school, so it just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
But anyways, how about you there, Mako?
Yeah, I think Concerned Tom is one of my all-time favorite memes. So there's that. And then Ugandan Knuckles and VR chat brings back so many memories, like the Soviet Knuckles.
Kermit suicide.
Yeah. That's good. I think outside of those two, my favorite meme has been The Boys.
Oh yeah, that was a
That's
good one.
Yeah, that's kind of dead now, but that was fun.
Was that 2018 or is that 19?
I think it was
I want to say
19.
was it 2019?
I think
Yeah,
it
I think it
was.
was. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was. Yeah.
Let's look it up. Know your meme. Very good website to let you know. Yep, you are correct. 2019.
I remember one of my all-time favorites was it was some stills from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. He was like, "Can you teach me how to be cool?" to Hoss Delgado. He says, "Nobody's what was it? Nobody's born cool except," and he like flips down his foot visor. There's a picture of the Green Goblin and all, and he says, "Me and the boys."
Yeah.
There was another where it was the Grim Reaper meme. He goes,
Oh yeah.
he's like, "It's time to go." Was I a good meme? Actually, you're one of the best memes of 2019 so far. They just shove Skeletor into the photo.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Another one. Another Grim Reaper one is where like he's knocking on the doors.
Oh yeah, killing off
Yeah.
the memes.
But people are saying that won't ever die because
Yeah, 'cause
yes, there's always going to be a meme to kill off.
it's the literal Grim Reaper of memes.
Yeah. I guess my last part with this would not necessarily the default dance from Fortnite, even though they took that from Scrubs, but how much people made fun of it or like use it very ironically. Like I remember the Star Wars one where it's what's his name? The Solo Ben.
Oh,
He's like telling to shoot his uncle. And
oh
it just shows him Fortnite dancing.
yeah. I want every gun we have to fire at that man. Just,
Oh yeah.
I think another one that really cracked us up, that was his last year though, was like the Doraemon, or it's like the dog with the emoji hand clapping hands, but it looked like he's praying with the Doom guy in the church.
oh yeah, that one we found. That
Oh.
was like where Doom Guy is best friends with yeah, Jean. What's her name from that Fates thing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I'll get attacked. I think
Joan
it's
of Arc.
Oh, it was Joan? I apologize. Don't attack me, please. I'm sorry.
Just praying, and all of a sudden the door slams open, or like shoots open. And you hear Dory May, and the dog's just sliding along.
Yeah, Doug. Doug was a good meme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
All right.
memes.
Well, that's my 3 cents.
Oh, and that actually came with another one where it's Joan of Arc playing the guitar and Doom Guy singing. I love you, Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
That's my ringtone for every Sunday.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, if that's everything, then I guess that wraps up this episode. Like I said, just lighthearted stuff in a not so lighthearted time. So, yeah, we'll see you all on the next episode. We'll try to get them out. Probably have to be on the weekends with how busy we all are during the week.
Right.
Yeah, I'll try to. This one I'll try to get up Wednesday. So, those listening, it's probably Wednesday, my dudes.
That was the smoothest transition ever.
All right. You all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.